First time I went to National Senior Games and they hung a lavalier around my neck that said athlete, I cried. Every time I go to the National Senior Olympics, I'm like 20 years old again when I'm in that pool. It's a high like no other. I found something that uplifted my spirits and uplifted my life that was positive and invigorating and absolutely made a difference in every way. I still am amazed that my life has turned out like it is, because that's not what I was set up for.
Your mom had a drinking problem, and your grandfather as well. You were surrounded by alcohol as a little girl, weren't you?
My father died when I was 5 years old, and I was raised by a single mom. He was killed in World War II. With his death, she never knew how to have a satisfying life. And so the alcohol was used to keep her going.
At what point, DeEtte, did you think that you might be an alcoholic?
I'm not sure I thought so until I quit. I had never seen a happy person. I saw people trying to be happy, you know, drinking and disguising the fact that they weren't. But I had never seen anyone that did not drink. I didn't know there was another way to live. And my husband and I said, we will never spend another dime on alcohol. And our whole lives changed. It was a dramatic stop of one life and a beginning of another.
In your late 50s, you decided you were going to join a swim team. How did that happen?
Well, my whole life, I had loved sports. But in South Louisiana in those days, a proper young lady did not sweat, and she did not compete with men. And I'm very mad that I bought that message because I love sports. I was working out at the club, and I met a woman who had been to the National Senior Olympics, and it was like, what? There's an Olympics for older people? Maybe I could do something. And I said, I know, I've watched my children swim. I'll go swim. So when I showed up the first day, I got in the water and I went about 10 yards and I turned around and I said, I'm sorry, I've made a mistake. I can't do this. And this young coach said, I will teach you. And she changed my life.
Tell me about your participation in the senior games and what that has meant to you.
It is absolutely amazing to watch people work so hard and overcome so much to be there. Every senior athlete has to overcome a whole lot in order to compete. It's just a very special experience. I hate to boast, but the last senior games, there were 13,000 athletes, and I won more gold medals than any other person there. I won 8 gold medals. I matched Michael Phelps in his gold medals in Beijing.
That is phenomenal. You should boast about that.
I could not have dreamed it. That's all I can tell you. I could not have ever dreamed it.
I know you didn't have the best foundation, but you're really thriving and you're very inspiring, DeEtte.
Well, thank you. You know, you said that I didn't have the best foundation. I had the best foundation for the life I have today that's full of gratitude, because I know how different it could have been. I'm so grateful for what is.